Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining He Is Coming podcast. We love your likes, your comments, your subscribes, truly, and thank you for helping us spread the word of the Lord. Okay, we're going to read Daniel chapter 5, and we're going to do it with my Xbox. We're doing New King James Version. Hopefully that's okay. Belshazzar, the king, made a great feast for 1,000 of his lords and drank wine in the presence of thousands. While he tasted the wine, gave the command to bring the gold. Belshazzar gave command to bring the gold and silver vessels which his father Nebuchadnezzar had taken from the temple which had been in Jerusalem, that the king of his lords, his wives, and his concubines might drink from them. Then they did brought the gold vessels that had been taken from the temple of the house of God, which had been in Jerusalem. The king of his lords, his wives, his concubines drank from them. They drank the wine and praised the God of gold and silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone. In the same hour, the finger of the man's hand appeared and wrote opposite on the lampstand, on the plaster of the wall of the king's palace. And the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. Then the king's countenance changed. His thoughts troubled him, so that his joints and his hips were loosened and his knees knocked against each other. The king cried aloud and to bring the astrologers, the chaldrons, the soothsayers. The king spoke, saying to the wise men of Babylon, whosoever reads this writing and tells me its interpretation shall be clothed with purple, have a chain of gold around his neck, and he shall be the third ruler in the kingdom. Now, all the king's wise men came, but could not read the writing on the wall. All right.
Belshazzar gave the
1 second, y'all. Gotta turn it here. Okay.
now all the king
Of your father.
All right. Make known to the king's interpretation. Then King Belshazzar was greatly troubled. His conscience was changed, and his lords were astonished. The queen, because of the words of the king and his lords, came to the banquet hall. The queen spoke, saying, O king, live forever. Do not let your thoughts trouble you, nor let your conscience change. There is a man in the kingdom of whom is the spirit of the holy God. And in the days of your father, light and understanding, wisdom, like the wisdom of whom chief and the magicians, astrologers, the children and soothsayers, inasmuch as an excellent spirit, knowledge, understanding, interpreting dreams, solving riddles, and explaining enigmas were found in this Daniel, whom the king named Belshazzar. Now let Daniel be called, and he will give you the interpretation. The writing on the wall explained. Then Daniel was brought in before the king. The king spoke and said to Daniel, Are you that Daniel, who is the one on the captives from Judah, whom my father the king brought from Judah? I have heard of you, that the Spirit of God is in you, and that the light of understanding and excellent wisdom are found in you. Now the wise men, the astrologers, have been brought in before me, that they should read this writing and make known to me its interpretation. But they could not give the interpretation of the thing. And I have heard you, that you can give interpretations and explaining enigmas. Now, if you can read this writing and make there it is.
purple
Make known to me its interpretation. You shall be clothed in purple and have a chain of gold around your neck, and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom. Then Daniel answered and said before the king, Let your gifts be for yourself, and give your rewards to another. Yet I will read the writing to the king, and make known to him its interpretation. O king, the Most High God gave Nebuchadnezzar your father a kingdom and majesty, glory, and honor, because of the majesty that he has given him, all people, nations, and languages trembled and feared before him. Whomsoever he wished, he executed. Whomsoever he wished, he kept alive. Whomsoever he wished, he set up. And whomsoever he wished, he put down. But when his heart was lifted up, his spirit was hardened in pride. He was disposed from his kingly throne, and they took his glory from him. Then he was driven from the sons of men. His heart was made like the beast, and his dwelling was with the wild donkeys. They fed him with grass like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heavens, till he knew that the Most High God rules in the kingdom of men, and appoints over whomever he chooses. But you, his son Belshazzar, have not humbled your heart, although you knew all these things. And you have lifted yourself up against the Lord of heaven, that they have brought the vessels, his house, before you, and you and your lords, your wives, and your concubines have drank wine from them. And you have praised the God of silver and gold, bronze, iron, wood, and stone, which do not see or hear or know, and the God who holds your breath in his hand and owns all your ways. You have not glorified. Then the fingers of the hand were sent from him, and this writing was written. We're right here. Okay. Here it is.
For your kingdom.
All right. And this is the interpretation that was written. Meaning, tekel, upper Sharon. This is the interpretation of each word. Meaning, God has numbered your kingdom and finished it. Tiki tekel. You have been weighed in balances and found wanting. Press. Your kingdom has been divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Then Belshazzar gave the command, and they did clothe Daniel with purple and put a chain of gold around his neck, and made and proclaimed concerning him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. That very night, Belshazzar, the king, the chaplains were slain, and Darius the Mede received the kingdom, being about 62 years old. Wow, almost 70 years exiled from Jerusalem whenever King Nebuchadnezzar stole him from his promised land, from the Jewish homeland, Israel. Jesus is about to come, guys. This only gets very more interesting. Wait till you hear the rest of this chapter. The chapters of this book. It aligns with the book of Revelation. So good, y'all are going to love it. Thank you so much. I have to go get my wife now. God bless y'all.